Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your December monthly tarot reading. I have laid out the African tarot along the familiar horoscope axis and will be clarifying with the tarot of the divine and finishing up with a couple of oracle cards. I will create an extension from this reading. In part, I'm doing this because I find long readings are not productive. It's hard to fit everything in one reading, and I feel like shorter bits make it easier for me to give you the essential message while respecting your time. I know that I have a difficult time reading, even for my absolute favorite readers, listening to long messages. So that extension will be linked in the description box below. It is free. I also will ask you to like, share, comment, and subscribe, as I always do at the end of the reading. But I find it difficult to stop the flow of a reading and actually ask you in the middle when it would be more appropriate, when you know if you're resonating with the messages and how to respond to any or all of the ways that I'm suggesting. So just know that I appreciate the time you spend with me and all the ways that I know that you support me. So thank you in advance for that. And let's get started with your overall reading for the month of December, the Six of Swords. Taurus, you are more than ready to move on from a long-standing situation. You have learned a lot. You've given all you can. You have learned to work with others in a way that is respectfully negotiating the skills of each member. You have invested your knowledge, your skills in making a situation functional, but essentially you are moving away from a situation where you haven't felt adequately seen, heard, or recognized. And that includes feeling unrewarded to some extent for the effort that you've made. You are finally feeling free to release this, to accept the situation for whatever you've gained from it. You acknowledge that there have been many gifts in the lessons that you have survived, but that you are desiring to retreat, to move away, to take what you've learned and move on to another location, to another position, to retirement for some of you, as a way to allow yourself to find some peace and acceptance for the necessity of this situation. So you're really looking for peace here. You're looking for a relief from the constant effort of applying skills, strengths, to negotiating constantly, to not feeling a sense of comfort where you are, that everything is defined by and framed by someone else's rules that you can only comply with. Even if you've been complying fairly successfully for a long time, you're kind of done with this. So this actually looks like a move towards greater peace in your life is what you're looking forward to. In the 10th house, this is your social identity. This is where you are positioned in your community. This definitely has a professional flavor to it. The Hangman indicates your willingness now to step back from the situation, a situation that you've already evaluated in a way that you've determined is not your comfort level. You can't stay in this rather tense situation any longer. And in stepping back, you're really trying to evaluate the deeper lessons, the opportunities that will be open up to you, the opportunities that still exist in your present environment, to find, to build, to find new ways of finding safety, finding peace, learning, gaining a new perspective. And in fact, this move away from where you are, where you have been for a while, requires you to gain a fresh perspective, to look at things differently in order to recognize all the opportunities you will be moving into. This, you are aware this is allowing you to reverse a set of rules of conduct and behavior that you have complied with for so long that it being outside of this situation requires you to find and learn new ways of being. So you're giving yourself this rest and this ability to contemplate really where you're transitioning from, what you've learned, and what you can look forward to. In the first house, the Star card, I love this because this is actually indicating that you have, in making this move, which is fraught for you, which is a little scary, you're moving away from something familiar, as tense as it is, because you have gained faith in your own ability to overcome hardships. You have been able to survive this situation. If it's a job, it's one you've been at for a long time. If it's work in general, you've worked long enough. You have learned the skills, you've learned the faith in yourself, in your skills that have given you trust in the universe that everything is going to be okay. When you assess where you're landing, where you're moving to, you have to acknowledge the tremendous growth you've gained, the tremendous progress you've made, and that you are joining in a situation that can be framed as ideal, as something you've longed for, something you've always wished for. This is your hope actually materializing, being in a space of good health and perspective in order to enjoy this change that you're anticipating in your life. In the fourth house, your home, your history, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is really putting the anchor to the positivity to this change. The Ten of Wands is describing the level of exhaustion you have experienced in keeping up this facade, this effort, this commitment for so long. It has been a requirement of your position, of your situation, that you take on responsibilities and obligations for others, that you do things that really weren't necessarily designed for your peak efficiency or benefit, but you've been required to do them on behalf of the team. This describes a job where you had to use all of your skills and energy to comply to others' rules. And that has taken a real toll on your health, and you have completed your obligation. Because you take pride in your work, you didn't bail out, you didn't escape, you didn't go away as many others would have. You instead have taken pride in your ability to persevere. You're finishing up your obligations, and you are already anticipating the level of rest and leisure that you will be able to enjoy as a result of leaving this behind. Although this is leaving you exhausted, you may be experiencing exhaustion in trying to complete this situation. In the seventh house, the house of significant others, we have the Nine of Wands. And yes, you are so close to the end of this. This has required all of your skills, all of your energy, all of your commitment to doing the right thing. You have been battered and bruised. You have been worn out and exhausted by the effort. But you know that the end is near, and you know that you have given it your best effort. And in fact, this best effort is what is allowing you to anticipate this with a certain amount of relief but also understanding that you're going to be in a new position to begin something else new. There will be opportunities for you as you close out this cycle that will allow you to find new avenues of expression, of activity, of joy, of hopefulness. I'm going to clarify the 10th house because this is where the direction, the support for your destiny exists, what next steps to take. And the Hanged Man in this house is clarified by the Judgment in the 9th house and the Knight of Swords in the 11th house. This really represents a huge transition in your life, a huge opportunity for rebirth. This change that you're anticipating, that you're contemplating, is because you have so much before you to review, to examine, to look into, to open yourself up to. You're answering the call to your destiny. This change is allowing you to reassert yourself, re-step onto a path of destiny for you, to exercise your options, your talents, your gifts and skills in a way that you have been aware of your whole life. You've known the path of your greatest joy and fulfillment, your greatest alignment, but you have complied with what you needed to do to survive. And you see the opportunity to thrive in you're anticipating that, you're building that, because your awareness of the abundance of your life has been so opened up. You're aware that you have all the tools you need to exercise your passions, your purpose in a way. And now you're able to employ the skills to set your emotions aside, to set your feelings aside, and to strategize with skill, with wisdom as to how best to move forward onto this new path. This is a path of service as well as a path of abundance, so that you've learned that your true abundance on your terms comes from devoting yourself to that which you love, to which you were made, that which the world is waiting for. These are the gifts that you're unlocking now. And you're able to skillfully employ the help of others, your ability to negotiate, to ask for help, to determine and select the goals that are appropriate for you, the realistic goals that you know fit into this new reality that you're manifesting. I'm going to finish up this reading with the flora and fauna of Africa, to look at the animal and plant life of the motherland, that is helping us prepare for our futures, our global futures. So I pulled the fire salamander, and the plant associated with this is the Star of Bethlehem, and the key word is clear blockages. You're undergoing a necessary transformation. Be open to growth and change. Cleanse all areas of your life to restore balance. Beautiful. And I'm also going to pull a language of flowers. And please like this video if it's resonating for you. Please share this with others who may enjoy it, other Tauruses perhaps. Please comment below. I love your thoughts, your appreciations, your feedback, and subscribe to this channel, Pacific Tarot, please. And I pulled the cactus flower, and the key word is endurance. Hold on. You can do this. You're going to make it, Taurus. Thank you so much. I will be building an extended reading from this reading, and it will be linked in the description box below if this is where we leave each other. Thanks for your time. Until next time, Namaste.